fashion tea? And is it fashion tea? Twaschen Himmelen, ihr du sag ich noch. In dort wird wenig Welle, der wie doch in diese Twaschen tea. And is it fashion tea? Madden and is a hjerte virkelig råd. Sigt nu hvor de hubling er. Hvor er mig der plads, hvor dønne kræk beløs. Jeg bryder sig vort med kloden, det der kroppet nem. Du baske venner. Blæsen en komfort, konsulat, det gæst nem og så ja. Det skal ikke
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome out tonight for this concert put on by David Toews and friends. And so it's good to see the building fill up and many supporters and just to come for an evening of encouragement. For myself and Sadie, it's special to have David come. We got to know him in Bolivia and spent 4 years together there, and along with David and Lisa Jansen and Conroy. And so good to have these connections come back and brings back memories. And so we're looking forward to the music that they're going to bring and the sharing on the ministry. And so David does lots of recording, as you guys know. He has lots of music videos out there. So that's kind of the ministry he's in. And so tonight is a sample of that. And it's intended to be a fundraiser. And so the money that's collected tonight at an offering later goes towards expenses and furthering song production. That's the goal. And so if you feel led to support that, that would be great. So we'll be doing an offering about 2/3 through the evening. All right, so a few announcements. So if you're new here in the building, there's 2 washrooms in the foyer, one on either side. And if that's full and you need to go downstairs, there's multiple washrooms. Find your way downstairs off the foyer as well. So help yourself to that. We are going to have coffee after the concert in the back as well. And then there's a newsletter. I'll show it to you. It's got David and Siglindy's picture on there. And it's a bit of a write-up of their ministry. And they're to be had on the table in the back. So after or during, you can help yourself to one. They're also selling T-shirts, David and Friend, and I think they're $30. So you can, if you want a black T-shirt, there you go. And yeah, that's about it. So welcome here. Let's open in prayer, and then we'll have the team up. Father, we're grateful for your goodness, for your blessings on us. Thank you for providing your people to come out and to be supportive of this. And we thank you for the giftedness you've given the team here to put together music. And Lord, as they bring that, may you just give them strength and the power to carry through. And we ask, Lord, for your blessing on the evening as well. In Jesus' name, amen. With that, come up.
der Stadt. Du wurdest dort ja notwendig, mit dem Sand am Gesicht schmeit, wo die Menschen schwach schaffen, das Schweite ist der Stadt, das feiset Monen Herden, von weit auf nem Trachum. Tot veel je vet in met vrienden begossen, red wie van mij alles op kleine motorcycles, voor wie ze als chazels, den rijden je nooit en dat blad op begossen. Du was het hart. Je zaten, wat merkt die gedachten met Jezus Christ en den Polver in Chaco. Du wo alles wie schwach, du wo echt die Schönheit, du wo echt ja Piedra en den Polver in Chaco. Good evening, everybody. And that's where I'm from the Bolivia Chaco. So some people ask me, so what is a Chaco? Chaco is a region in Paraguay, and in that region live about 30,000 Mennonites. They moved there in 1927 when the government of Canada said the Mennonite schools, they had to learn, or that they wanted to teach English in the Mennonite schools. And you know what? We were Sommerfelder, and what did we do? Foot here. We had to go somewhere else. We want to control our schools. And you know what? But God had a big plan. So he sent these Mennonites to Paraguay. And just 5 years later, we had people over from Russia, over Germany, moved next to us. Just like one colony after another one. They had high school teachers. So there was a totally different mentality. So those two colonies, they rubbed on each other quite a bit. Later in the Second World War, or after the Second World War, came the third group, and they created another colony just next to the second one. So there's a lot of Plotich people out there, and I grew up there. It's kind of a dry, flat land, dry, and it can be very, very tough. and we'll talk about later a little bit. But that's the Chaco, and that's where I've been born and grew up. I had the opportunity to live some years in Canada, so my English I learned it at job site. So just in case you hear words that should be a little different in church, I'll try to do it the way we all understand. So anyways, that's how I learned it. I would like to present you this band, and I start here. Lisa Jansen, David, would you like to stand up? Lisa and David is a couple. They live in Canada and Bolivia. They used to be in Bolivia, and then they moved to Canada, and now they're, I don't know where. Between, okay. So that's Panama. Anyways. I got to know him, and Lisa basically is one of the first people that started singing in Low German. So when God called us to Bolivia, I had the chance, my first album I produced, I was the non-studied recording engineer, so I produced her an album, and later we came back to Canada to study because I wasn't happy what I did for her. But that way we slowly started growing. But that's Lisa Jansen. We have Ewald Gill from Paraguay, Summerfall Colony, and he studied music. He's the mission director of the church committee, whatever. And yeah, it's always a pleasure. He has a band himself. It's a male choir, and it's called Adorios, if someone wants to check it out. Beautiful harmonies, that's awesome music. We have Conroy Jansen. He lives in Bolivia and plays the bass. So it's a pleasure to have him here. There we go, that's it. Behind me, a Canadian, Jason Peters out of Lacrete, Alberta. And we got to know Jason in Bolivia. They came for a year to work there, so always a pleasure to be around him. So there we go. You have Marion Hebert from Paraguay. She's studying music right now, and violin player. So. I sometimes challenge her. I want 3-voice harmony on the violin, but she's a little bit. We'll do it later. Okay, that sounds. She plays very well and studying violin in music school. We have Ron Giesbray from Winkler. Ever heard about Ronnie Seeds? That's the owner. So in case you need some klaxon, that's Ronnie. Okay, and it's a pleasure. On my right here, it's Rudy Eckert from BC. That's my wife's uncle, and it's a pleasure to sing with him. He sings the bass.
Dad sing bass.
Okay, there we go. Okay, that's our team. No, we have Pedro Dyke. He is Bolivian, lives with us. He does sound here tonight, so if you guys are happy with the sound, tell him. If you're not, tell it to me. I think I can handle it. If not, I'll give it to someone else yet. Anyways, Pedro Dyke is the guy that does all our mixing and mastering in the studio. All the songs that you hear went through his hands, and through his ears. So that's the team that we're here, and we're looking forward to sing for you guys. I will do the speaking in English as good as I can, and I will sing in Low German. I have a couple English songs, so I hope who does not understand any Low German, that's your moment. The rest, look at the excitement we have up here. And if you don't see it, tell them that. Show them that. I told them to enjoy each other. Okay, the next song is a song that I wrote last year. We had a very long winter, 8 months, no rain. And it's a hot area. So when it's hot and no rain, everything dries out. And people were depressed. And I come to the gas station, a guy yells from far, "Hey, Toews." My name is Toews. Hey, Toews.
Van wat kan nu nog zingen?
Van wat kost nu nog zingen? Is there something you can sing from? And I was kind of, I didn't know what to say right away. I went home, and we talked about it with my wife, Sieglinde. She's too bad she couldn't come. But we talked about it, and she said, "Hey, there's your next title. Van wat kost nu nog zingen?" And she even said, "You know what, I think you should read Job, the last chapter in Job. Then you will know what you can sing from." Here's the song. Want wie van vader en reden, zijn wie verken, die zijn tevreden. Mal veel te dreig, mal veel te nood. Bij ons is dat verken sehr dreig. Ein Mann hält mich ab, fragt mich dann, na Teus, von Gott kannst nu noch singen. Der Herr kommt alles von der Welt, Frames nur stand mählich hier, seine Wege sind, lass mich te begripen. Heus viel Herz aus Dürren weg, Heu habt der Bäumen mit dir in mir, das von wo ich nu kann singen. An einer Gott kann Frau und fragt, lass mal weiten, wo heu sich doch, worum sie ging dort nicht in Bett leichter. Wann Gott dann mal ne Frau trägt Stalt, kann ich jamt, schön und gut geben. Das heißt, von Gott kannst nu noch singen. Der Herr kommt alles von der Welt, Frames nur stand mählich hier, seine Wesen, lass mich te begripen. Heus viel Herz aus Dürren weg, Heu habt der Bäumen mit dir in mir, das von wo ich nu kann singen. Take the violin. Piano. Electric. Der Herr kommt alles von der Welt, Frames nur stand mählich hier, seine Wege sind plötzlich te begripen. Heus viel Herz aus Dürren weg, Heu habt der Bäumen mit dir in mir, das von wo ich nu kann singen. Das von wo ich nu kann singen.
The next song we're going to sing is I'm Gonna Hold On to Jesus. I'll sing that in German, but the words are that we can hold on to Jesus, and I know that that is truth. I've experienced that in my own life very, very richly, that I can hold on to Jesus and He will hold on to me. He will carry me through. He will help me. Ik wil me huilen, huilen aan Jezus, huilen aan långt en gången tid. Ik wil me huilen, huilen aan Jezus, en
Bible teaches us that we should, it's in the New Testament, I don't have the verse ready, but that we should ask for forgiveness before the sun sets down. You ever heard it? Look it up, it's in the New Testament. I made the question like for myself, why would Jesus say that, or I think it's Paul, but it's God's word, why would he say that we should clean up before the sun goes down? And I think it's because if we start pushing it away, it's gets harder and harder to ask for forgiveness because we get harder and harder inside. So I was thinking of that topic and came this line to me, Aya de zon unyayot, before the setting of the sun. And I made a little song out of it. Here it is. I'll sing in English. 1, 2, 3, go! 1, 2, 3, go! Every day has brought its own troubles. Sometimes I'm the only one to blame. Doing good is easier said than done. Today I am determined to succeed. Before the setting of the sun, desiring to resolve with God and man. I want my love to know my heart is with hers. Before the setting of the sun, I hope that I'll see man as God's creation. Even though I know they have their faults, I want my words to be an inspiration. And those that do I wrong, I will forgive. And before the setting of the sun, desiring to resolve with God and man, I want my love to know my heart is with hers. Before the setting of the sun. Take it. Before the setting of the sun, desiring to resolve with God and man, I want my love to know my heart is with hers. Before the setting of the sun, before the setting of the sun, desiring to resolve with God and man, I want my wife to know my heart's with hers. Before the setting of the sun, before the setting of the sun, before the setting of the sun. Hey man, isn't that good that we have cell phones now? So we can call before the setting of the sun. Especially northern Alberta, it gets dark in the winter, what? At 3 or 4 o'clock? So if you want to make it straight yet, just call quickly and maybe it's that easy. Sometimes it is that easy. Sometimes it's hard. The next song is called Ek var sjålfull, I Will Work Hard. And I wrote this song in a very difficult situation, talking about finances, and I just didn't know how to get out of that hole. And somehow I heard this line, and I write a lot of songs, so I heard this line in my head, just work. I'll do the rest. You know what? God wants us to work, but He will do the rest. We can't do the blessings. We can bless other people and wish them good, but God can make it rain. God can make peace, help us to get peace in our heart. God can give us peace in our homes, and He can create that what we so much desire. So we have to do our part. And the song, I heard so many testimonies afterwards. In Paris, Texas, I'll just tell you one. But many men have contacted me after this song. And one man in Texas said after a concert, he said, you know what, David, I have to tell you a story. I was so depressed. I was so deep in debt. I had thrown the rope over the balcony. And the balcony, how you said? The beam, sorry, the beam. And I wanted to finish my life. My wife realized something was wrong. She went and found me in the shed, took me home, and just in that moment came the song, "Ich war schaffen." He said, now I give my life to Jesus, I have peace in my heart, and I'm out of debt. And it just, you know, thanks God for that I hear the story. But I know this song was for me a help, and I know for many men. So if you're in a bad situation, just trust God and do your part. He will do it. Wann ich einen roten hab, meine Weisheit ist om mig. Kom uit naar die, mijn God, den vrouw naar rood. Ik geef niet op, willst du mich hast. En ik word schaffen, wat ik kan. Ik word mij meer, met alle kracht. Blust is jij, weet je van die. En du zijn dingen, wij ben ik die. Mijn ren het waar, een stootje warm. Ein schmakker in, op een vlek. Vrede in mijn hart, en in mijn huis. Ein opene deur, voor die mijn God. En wanneer ik moe en trouble kom in mijn hjert, mij sola is, maar trotzdem wil ik mijn broeder helpen, wens ik weet, du zegens mij. En ik word schaffen, wat ik kan. Ik word mij meer, met alle kracht. Blust is jij, weet je van die. En du zijn dingen, wij ben ik die. Ein rennet waar, een stoot So I don't know if there's people here. Yeah, I know there's some people here that grew up in a colony. Somewhere in South America. I know in Canada there were not colonies, but kind of communities too, but not as much as colonies like in South America or before that in Russia. But in the colonies, the youth would go on the streets. And they had their certain nights, and kind of on the streets there was freedom from all the rules, or almost. Sometimes man came and checked if everything was okay, but a lot of you know how it was on the street, don't you? Who was on the street ever? You don't have to raise your hands, but a lot of you know what I'm talking about. So in Bolivia, what made me write this song, and it's called Abjanum Eindarb, on the end of the village, is to see and to hear many bad stories. And you know, we probably all saw, hey, did you see this video? And boys are just hitting themselves maybe too much or whatever. So, but a lot of violence. But in Bolivia, we were missionaries for 7.5 years in Bolivia. We were more concentrated in the radio, but a lot of missionaries would go on to the end of the village. And the boys and the girls came there, and they shared the gospel. So even a lot of bad things happened. A lot of people became Christians on the end of the village, on the street. I don't know what you remember. I remember in Paraguay, and it wasn't as the same as in Bolivia, but we were always scared about when the big boys came around. It was always scary. Once they filled my pants with sand. Others had to grow up on the post and make noise like a rooster and all kind of things. So a lot of things happen, and you know what? Some fun is really good. I don't hate anybody for that sound. That was actually fun, but sometimes this was too harsh and too bad. But yeah, that makes me write this song on the end of the village. Jan mijn daar, wo de Jugend opkwam, wo de predja nog zit, wo de vrijheid regeert. Du wat der Mammel war da, sie durch den gepriert, in je zank weens me alle, ab Jan mijn daar. Jan mijn dag, de stemma filles van de zon je schoenja je. Jan mijn dag, du hast schon gesagt, in der Stolz da zich nodertjem, wo de poortjes en stoon, de wat mooi je kust, jo op Jan mijn daar, erst nicht jammer alles Geld, weens vele jonge Horten, de falsche Freiheit fehlt, op Jan mijn daar.
Got a man.
genom mijn dag vond ik eentje den fred. Zij zochten naar vrijheid, vond Jezus dem Radar. Jo, op genom mijn dag kon van alles passeren. Det var en frihetshästor och Jesus som hårdare gett. Att genom en dag till samma fälles vandrar som ger sjunga igen. Att genom en dag till häskan ger sats in the schwarz day you burn up genom en dag up genom en dag till samma fälles vandrar som ger sjunga igen. Up genom en dag till häskan ger sats in the schwarz day you burn up genom en dag up genom en. Yeah. And we have a song, we call it the Mexican country music. Let's see what it is. And we need an accordion. If you know it, sing along. No bad words in there. It's Spanish. So. Llegó el borracho buscando a su amigo el cantinero. Le dijo, abre la cantina, quiero gastar mi dinero. Estoy de nuevo en mi pueblo y quiero que celebremos. Le contestó el cantinero, aquí ya no vendo vino desde que oí el evangelio. Cristo cambió mi destino y te invito a que dejes el vicio. Vente a la iglesia conmigo. Y borracho y cantinero a Cristo se convirtieron. Uno cerró la cantina y el otro se ahorró el dinero. Ahora los dos se dedican solo a hablar del evangelio. ¡Vamos! Me platicó el cantinero, yo andaba ciego y perdido y de ese antro de vicio, de allí me rescató Cristo. Hoy llevo dentro de mi alma la paz que no dio el vicio. Y borracho y cantinero a Cristo se convirtieron. Uno cerró la cantina my Uncle Rudy. How you say Joche in English? You just did it, so.
Hoot and holler?
Are there Mexican in here? Because they know this music, this kind of style. They verstehen now gesagt, Joche. Okay, let's see the Canadian again. But you're born in Paraguay, so you should do it better. Go for it. Okay. Competition, Mexican. Yeah, it's not totally there, but let's hear another one. Hola! That's a different one. We don't know that.
That was a different language.
Yeah. Bolivians, no? Yeah. That sounds like a Mexican almost, doesn't it? So, we are in Grand Prairie. How do the people from Grand Prairie do it? All together. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's the one. It was almost good as yours, Aguri. Just kidding, you guys did great. Okay, I hear some kids there. They're ready. I have a little ranch. And I have rented it out. Because I'm not a very good rancher, no, because I'm full-time in ministry. But when I moved to Paraguay about 9 years ago, that's where I wrote that song, I will work hard, where God gave me that. Because we had a plan and nothing worked out. So I tried to be a rancher for a couple of months, or almost a year. I had to see how we'll continue. I want to continue the ministry, but somehow I had to make my living, feed my kids. We have 3 kids and my wife. So then I wrote this song, Du kämp nicht alles plus van Welle. Because I grew up on a farm, and you know what, I would go to the ranch and I thought, okay, I know it. Well, I flew from the horse. The lasso landed not on the calf. That's the rope. And many things like that were just, I thought I grew up on a ranch, but you know, I had all forgotten. So after so many years, I came back. So then I wrote the song, Du kämp nicht alles plus van Welle. And you know what? We all know that the one that we are Christians, it's not always going as good as we would like to. We make mistakes. But the good thing is God forgives. But you know what? I want to encourage us all today. If you see another Christian fall, let's not point a finger. Give him a hand. Stand up. Encourage him. Don't judge him. Encourage him. You know what? And the world will be way better if we all do that. Zijn. Hij kocht me land en wat vijt op bij. Zo wie het hoort bezinnen af is je hoekt. Op een calculator weet je onrecht je man. En mijn vrienden komen naar de ranch. Zij willen niet lachen mijn presence. Zij gaven me veel geld uit. So leert hier ein Rancher sein. Man kennt mich schon, dass es kommt an. Und man von mir den Rand verstohlen. Man kennt mich schon, dass bloß von selbst verdient. Und man Teufel am zu kennen. Ich sagt mein Bruder ab im Piet zu riet. Ich dreht besiegt, ich dachte, es schafft all gut. Beim Messputzklass, der vom Grund darauf. Der weiß, dass Stöwe bei mir vorbei. Was sagst du, wenn wir heute Kerl war schlank? Ich dreht mein Lasso, wo sich Hände lacht. en har klinkt mi fein op tøv. But last alone, I'm shit busy. I känner kjolen som löst från världen. Och mat var mer än att du förstår. Du känner kjolen som löst från dess för dig. Och mat har ju väl känt ett känn. Take up your life. Jesus tjan, när stall sich upp en andret leven an. Sisten rätta mål från Peter och Fält. Så led jag hem, en Kristus an. Jesus haft och fel genåd för mig. Jeder dag så jag dort hen min liv. Väl vi sönen bör vi halpen känn. Andre fördomen nästan en chans sak. Vad kan det kjolen som löst från världen? Och vad var det än att du förstår? Vad kan det kjolen som löst från dans för dig? Och vad är det namn för känn? Vad kan det kjolen som löst från världen? Och vad var det än att du förstår? I know we have a little different Low German than you guys. Most of you do. So, and he is from a different colony in Paraguay. They have different yet. Det reden just i Ryssland då. Men måken, kvake, en daua, and I vet nicht alles vad nog. Anyways, but we get along. So it's a pleasure to have the uncle here on the.
Thank you, David.
You're welcome. That's real. So the next song I wrote to encourage us all, and that is, wanneer ik word beledigd, oder nicht einmal alles betoeld. If I get hurt or someone doesn't pay everything they promised to pay, I want to deal with that on God's way. So in the song, it's written, I describe it the way I want to deal with. But I make a line in the chorus, and now I'm ready to make a party. And what I mean by that, my Bible school teacher, he said, we should party way, way more. Sometimes we take life so serious, and it's very important that we take it serious, and that we watch what we do. But God has given us joy, and we should just come together and have fun. I think that's what the Bible teaches us if you look at through the Old Testament, but always in His will, and He's not against joy. Sometimes we were taught He's against joy, but He's not against joy. He gives us joy. So, but when we have a reason, then we should party. And the one reason is, if He helps us to overcome bitterness, if He helps us to overcome if someone hurt us, that we can forgive him. You know, that's enough. Hey, invite your neighbors, your friends, and let's party. I forgive that guy. Ready for that? Okay. Wanneer ik mal war beledigd, hou dan nicht alles betoeld. Dat deed mij dan zo wei, brengt haast in mijn hart. Dan denk ik vele dingen, waar ik kan mal verrekenen. Dat blijft mal den bewijzen, we willen op zich speren. Doch ik niet meer dat ver, dat ik word den verzeihen. Ik laat dat heen aan mij, en wanneer ik meer van reden. En wanneer mij dat mal trobbelt, dan zei ik, maar, we gaan op Jezus. En nu kijk ik nog verder in die streek. Wie God, dat is mijn hulp en mijn kracht. Met vrede kan ik de toekomst zien. En nu word je vast in mijn vrede. Ik word hem weer betroubeld, helemaal mijn zeeën geven. Ik word hem good adventure, ook waar ik niks te veel. Ik weet dat mijn hoop denkt, dat je buurt niet op mensen. Ik heb een gouden radar, wat helemaal mij helpt. En nu kijk ik nog verder in die streek. Wie God, dat is mijn hulp en mijn kracht. Met vrede kan ik de toekomst gaan. En nu kijk ik vast weer in mijn vrede. En nu kijk ik nog verder in die streek. Wie God, dat is mijn hulp en mijn kracht. Met vrede word je de toekomst gaan. En nu word ik vast weer in mijn vrede. En nu word ik vast weer in mijn vrede. En nu word ik vast weer in mijn vrede. The next song is called Only with Jesus I Can Do Everything. We translated from Portuguese. Two siblings from Portugal actually are singing the song. I don't know if they wrote it, I couldn't find it out, but it's a beautiful song. So we translated to Low German. It's on our list, Song of the Week. Light van de Week. We send out almost every week a new song. On Sunday morning, we send it out via WhatsApp. On the videos is a phone number. That's the number. If you write there and say, hey, I would like to receive the song, we put you on a list, not in a group, on a list, and we send you every Sunday morning that song. If not, go on YouTube every Saturday at 6 p.m. Paraguay time. We have that song is already on YouTube. So if you go on YouTube, you support us a little bit. We make a little tiny gain through online. Low German world is a little too small to make a lot of money. We are only 600,000 people in the world that speak Low German. The Low German that we all kind of understand. There's different Low Germans in Germany, but that's the one that we understand. So, but anyways, that's another way to look us up. Exalta Jesus. There's a page or one sheet in the back on the table that Wayne was talking about. There's the name Exalta Jesus. There's a lot of information you like to hear and more about our music, our ministry. Just go there. And there's also information for donation. We work with the Canadian agency. It's called Multi-Nation Missions Foundation. It's a foundation out of Abbotsford, so it's tax deductible. Is that right? tax write-off, so whatever. So we work with this foundation, and just with the idea to bring Low German music into all different communities where Low German has been spoken. You know what? You guys might not need it as much, but we have so many people in Bolivia, some in Paraguay, in Peru, in Colombia, different places in this world, that's their main language. They don't understand, they understand some High German or some Spanish, but that's the mother tongue, that's the language that comes from the heart. So that was the vision, to bring people music in their language of their heart. That's the whole idea. Because we know there's so much English music out there, so much Spanish music out there, so much German music, but it's not our heart, or not our mother tongue. Maybe it's your best music is in English. That's all right, but there's so many that didn't have that. So that's why we're doing that, and we see us as encourager. A lot of people call us from hospitals, from sickbed, from people die, and people tell us, we heard your music all the time. That person heard that and that song all the time until he died or she died. So that's what we do. So we don't build schools. We don't feed little kids or poor communities. We create songs. We sing cover songs. We produce a lot of songs on our channel. There are more than 600 videos if you want to check it out. And we have more than 13,000 clicks a day. Last year we had over 14,000. We'll see where it goes this year. Every day on YouTube, so people look it up and are being encouraged. So, or entertained, whatever they choose. But our prayer is that people will be encouraged and people will be led to the Lord, because that's where our salvation is. And we can do it with God's help. Blessed met Jesus kan ik alles.
Bless met Jesus kan ik alles. Oh, en Jezus zie
This next song, I had a conversation with a good friend of mine, and we talked about investment. So when you have a little bit money left over, what do you do with your money? And so we talked about different things, but I asked him, so where are you going with this? You have extra money? No, but if I would have, he said. So what would you do, I asked. Well, I would buy gold. Okay, interesting for me. Never thought about investment so much. But we were talking about that, and he said, well, gold never rots, and you can hide it somewhere. So we were talking about where to hide gold, if in a bank or underneath the earth or in the house, or where is it safe? Where's something safe in this world? And later, quite a bit later, I thought about that conversation, and a line came to my mind. Ik heb mijn huis besteld waar de gasten zijn uit gold. I requested a home where the streets are made out of gold. And that's a song, I thought, because it's not bad to invest. I don't want to say it's bad, not at all. And even maybe buying gold, I don't know what's the best thing to do. Maybe land, maybe houses, I don't know where you invest. But wherever your treasure is, that's where your heart is. And we have to make sure that our treasure is above, because then our heart will be there. That's what the Bible teaches us, not me. Een goede vriend, zes vrienden zat. Jag är mig råd, en säg till mig. Så klok, köp dig guld, man vet ju alltid vad hans. Guld lyft hemma Gud, det svarar am sidan. Ich hab mir ein Hus bestalt, wo det Gosse av Sand ut gold. Bewaart an min hus står sen, då kan jag blästra inför. Ich hab min hus bestalt. Eins i köpe gold, andre långt en hisa, en gott, det sag, klokken besel i sen. En dort, gott besorgen, gott hat jüngtje gift, din hart wat du sen, wat die wichtig ist. Ich hab mir ein Hus bestalt, wo die Gossen aus Sand ut gold. Bewaart an min hus gåsen, då kan jag blästra inför. Ich hab min hus bestalt. Ich hab mir ein Hus bestalt, wo die Gossen aus Sand ut gold. Bewaart an min hus gåsen, då kan jag blästra inför. Ich hab mir ein Hus bestalt. Ich hab mijn huis bestaan. Everyone who believes will have that house in heaven the Lord promised himself. I'm going there to prepare a place for you. We don't know how it's going to look like. We can only imagine. But I strongly believe if the streets are of gold, it must be beautiful. And I think it's way, way better than we ever thought, that we ever can imagine us. So let's believe. And if you can't believe, ask the Lord that you can believe. Talking about this house in heaven, I wrote a song called Home Sweet Home. Toews as Toews in Low German. And I think there's quite a bit of people here that moved to Canada, that were once landed immigrant or moved here, they grew up somewhere else. That's right, I saw many hands before when we talked about colony. So, you know this feeling that you wish you could go home? Especially in the beginning when you move, just go home where you grew up. Is that something you ever felt? Yeah? Sometimes you felt, well, Canada is good, but you know what, I wish I could just go home. Because home is home. You know what? Memories, a lot of things. And I think one day we'll have a home where we're going to say, nah, I don't want to go back to that earth. Never, ever. It was good, but you know what? This is way better. So this song is called Toews as Toews. And we have to go work. Sometimes we stay away for a while. And I talk about this in the song, but I also say most of the time we hurry up to go home, don't we? Except if we didn't do what we sang before the sun goes down, that we clean up, don't we? Then it's a little harder to go home. So it's very important that we clean it up, so we want to go home, where real love is, where peace is. And if there's no peace, we make peace. Toews as Toews. Ett mål mat vars når det vens hører henne velt. Nekten maten tid, turen bliven. Så jeg står liven leder her, jeg bring brød så opp den der. Det meste tid spør jeg vi tre, vel og hus, hvor det best. Og baby, Toews as Toews, du steht for lærste løgn, du vinst vel lær, her var trøgn. Dat de klok niet stonden blijft. Iedere dag wordt nog een dag in met Ella. En Jezus, die heeft ons versproken, een Toews voor ons te merken. Dat boven zal dat fijn zijn, een Toews voor al een tijd. Oh baby, Toews as Toews, we steht voor laagste luid, du winst wel uit, helemaal terug, oh mijn Toews. a question tonight. So all of you that speak fluent Low German, me and my wife, we speak a lot High German at home. She grew up High German, actually grew up in Canada, but her parents thought German is the holy language, so they kept the High German with her, so she grew up High German, but speaking English with everybody else, just not with the parents. Anyways, so when we got to know, she didn't know Low German. She understood some part, but now she has done radio programs for many years in Low German, so she learned it. She did it. Good job. Anyways, when I wrote the song, like I call her in High German a nice word. And it means, Momtje hier sieht mich nicht schön. So man, how do you call when you want to say some special word to your wife? On the end, I use the word baby, but my daughter say, that sounds not like you, Dad. So what do you call it? Sweetheart, that's English in Plautich. Haya. Jef mi Maya. So, Haya. Okay, many more words? Look, I need ideas for songs, so I'll give you royalties. No. Schatz? Schatz is High German. Yep. Yeah. That's what I use sometimes.
Ewald said Zaita.
Oh, Zaita. Well, Ewald is not married. He doesn't know. Hey, but thanks, Ewald. That's a good idea. Ron, do you have one? Oh, okay. You guys are not helping me much, so okay, I'll keep baby in there. Is that sounding good, baby, or should I use something else?
Zaita.
Zaita? Nah.
Lijftje.
A lijftje. Do you use it? Sometimes. There you go. I heard a word. I like that. Okay, we'll continue here. The next song is a cover song from Vince Gill, one of my favorite songs ever. Go Rest High on That Mountain. Here you hear it in Plautich. From David Toews, not from Vince Gill, though. Song, I think of my father that passed away many years. I was only 4. Din leven op hier, hou een mondje troubles. Du alleen moest trouwen dat kostelijk zijn, wat ich wurde. Doch du bist nu thuis bij God. Du is nu op kommende gassen. Die leert op hieren, is vol droom. Gewoon om Wachens, wie stunden ram din kraft hier. Ik wil hier de engel zingen, zijns met den ram God zijn terug. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, we'll have a next song. So I have to wake up again here. So I love that song. It just goes so deep into me. The next song is a radio song. We wrote it for an anniversary of Radio del Campo Boliviano. In Bolivia, there's a radio station called Radio del Campo Boliviano. I think they have now 6 stations. They're all connected together. And I know the Bergthaler Church is very much involved in the Radio del Campo Boliviano. That's a very nice project. Anyways, I was part of the founders. I could be part of that project in the beginning, but then we moved to Paraguay. We live now in Paraguay since almost 9 years. But I go all the time back to Bolivia. And by the way, whoever saw the last song of the week, Light van de Wereld, we have this camp there in Hacienda Verde. We have about 100 people together, and we have a whole weekend just singing, from Friday to Sunday. Someone was there from here? I didn't see any. Oh, yeah. George Schmidt and his wife, their kids, they were there. George is out of the area, so George, a pleasure that you're here tonight. And yeah, they were there. So we're talking about doing something like that in Canada. And if you like singing, and you have to sign up. We'll make it known to everybody, so we'll see where we do it. But that's the idea, not the plan yet, but a great idea, I think. Anyways, so, and then we videotape it, we recorded the audio, and we launch it later. Anyways, I wrote the song on the radio, on that radio. And if you don't understand Plotić, on the radio. There you go. I would like to sing it with you guys together, the chorus. Can you help me? It's very easy. It goes, on that radio. En dan zing ik wat. Kom de nieuwheid. En dan zing je verder. On that. You chant that all. Chant dat past the light. On that radio. Ja, wat passiert en zo wieder. Okay. Are you in to help me? Good. Nog clean, ik buit nog kruid. We kochten ons een radio. Geen je schichten, scheine Leider. Dat komt uit dat kleine ding. En ma zegt ons, merkt dat niet schwem. Braucht nicht te veel, wer is kunnen uit. Die brauchen de stem, wann dat is dat wordt. Door schämt dat woord van God. Van woord?
Radio.
The radio. In that radio. Kom den i chat. On that radio. Kämp dat past the light. That radio. Yeah, what's up this year? On that radio. Yeah. Vergående, felet zondags, wij kon online. Felet fijn en voort ik aan mijn radio. Dat spie me van ik voor. Wat mij gefällt, zijn goede geschichten, wo mensen vertalen dat beter wordt. Door de zaken wat mij hoop brengen, door het schämt dat woord van God. Uit dem radio, all together. On that radio, kom den i chat. What's in the internet? Kämp dat passe light. On the radio, yeah, what's up yet? On that radio, yeah, but Jesus. beste life. Ja, wat er passiert on the radio. Ja, but Jesus me like that hole on the radio. Count the nyheter on the radio.
Ja.
Count the beste life. Ja, wat er passiert on the radio. Ja, but Jesus me like.
All right. On the radio. How many of us listen to radio regularly? There's not a lot of hands. It's a very different world here. But I remember in Bolivia, radio was everything. And people would walk with this little box by their ear down the streets. They were, especially when there was Low German nights. And when we started to do Bible studies in church and so on, we planned it for Wednesday night, and people said, we won't come. And I asked, why not? Wednesday night is Low German night on the radio, and we won't be there. And so they were clinging to their radio. It was their lifeline. And there they heard not only songs, but the gospel. And so, yeah, I think most of us understand what David was talking about, the mother tongue. And how many of us would Plautdietsch be our first language? Raise your hands. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, that's most of us. And so we can appreciate, most of us have learned English well, but a lot of the outreach areas, they haven't. And so they need this kind of ministry. And so with this next song, we're going to lift an offering and just to support this Plautdietsch ministry, that it can keep going. And Exalta Jesus. And so with that, I'm going to ask the ushers to come forward. And we're going to pray for the offering. So ushers, come forward. And why don't we all stand and just stretch, and while we just lift our hearts to the Lord, and as we pray. Father, thank you for the privilege of being here tonight, and just thank you again for this team that's willing to use their gifts for your purposes, for your kingdom. And as we see the values of Low German ministry, and as we pass around offering bags, Lord, that you would speak to our hearts and motivate us to give freely as you move us. And so, Lord, we want to do this to your glory, again, for your purpose and your kingdom. In Jesus' name, amen. And with that, you may be seated.
ons ren, uit zieze gries. Wann het zingen wel halt beter stoon. Ik ben me voor die, o halt me op. Några om min God, kom ik voor die. Ich darf in seinen dollen Krieg, was wie es in Oden meiner Radung, wann ich nur die Kuhn kannst du noch mich. Några om min Gott, Gott benschägt mich. Ich darf in sein für heu und voll, du några stehen um mich, und lass mich fällen. Hearts up in throne and hears me on. Den ik zie mig ons zijn, nicht dem Jesus go. Ik wil me bij mij, zijn woord studieren. En alles wat ik lees en niet begrijp. Wil ik dan nog leven en blijf God hier. Några om min Gott, kom mij verlieb. Ich darf in sein verholen Krieg. Das bin ich es in Ohren meiner Radung. Wann ich nur die Kuhn kannst du noch mich. Några om min Gott, Gott benschägt mich. Ich darf in sein die und voll. Du några stehen um mich und lass die fällen. Hearts up me cloud and hears me on. Några om min Gott, kom ik verdien. Dich da wie die Sand verholen Krieg. Bloß wie die es in Oden meiner Radung. Wann ich nur die Kuhn kannst du noch mich. Några om min Gott, Gott benschägt mich. Dich da wie die Sand verholen und voll. Will några stehen um mich, den Haus mich sehen. Hearts up in cloud and hears me on. The next song, I had a chance to sing with my mother. She died last year in October. She was almost 80. She had a hard but beautiful life. My mother was a fighter. She wouldn't give up. She was widowed. I'm not sure how old, I forgot, but I was 4 years old. Later she remarried. We had a wonderful new dad, a stepdad, and some step-siblings. It wasn't all green, it wasn't all good. But there was always a fight to make it work. And I'm thanking my parents for it. My stepdad is still alive in a care home, but it was very special to me that I could sing this song to my mother because it came deep out of my heart. Lord, when I die. And the chorus goes like this. Oh Lord, when I die, I'll be up there with you in glory, a place of great beauty that you built for me there. I won't even compare with life on earth. In the best days, I lived it. It is settled and clear to me, I'll be there when I die. And that's only through Jesus. My father taught me the ropes of a farmhand, working the tractor, the horse and the land. He taught me but hard work, respecting the elders, acknowledging others, and offering my share. He taught me the Bible, the stories of Jesus, the love of God, and the world that He's made. From life on to death, and it's not really over. Life eternal in heaven, and that when I die, Lord, when I die, I'll be up there with you in glory, a place of great beauty that you built for me there. It won't even compare with life on earth and the best days I lived in. It is settled and clear to me, I'll be there when I die. If your father didn't teach you the basics of life here, then let me tell you, God is a Father. Through Jesus, God's Son, can you come to the Father? Confess your sin, He'll receive you as child. The Father will send you His Word and His Spirit to teach you His ways and be your best friend. And His Word He will teach you to walk on His footsteps with joy and with peace. Come to His throne, oh Lord, when I die, I'll be up there with you in glory, a place of great beauty that you built for me there. It won't even compare with life on earth and the best days I lived in. It is settled and clear to me, I'll be there when I Lord, when I die, I'll be up there with you in glory, a place of great beauty that you built for me there. It won't even compare with life on earth and the best days I live in. It is settled and clear to me, I'll be there when I die. It is settled and clear to me, I'll be there when I I love to sing about heaven, and I have written this song, and I usually send my songs via phone to my wife, so I'm not in her presence when she checks it out, and she says, whatever. You know, in the beginning we would get so angry at each other because, you know what, someone who creates something, he puts his heart in there. You're everything. And someone to say, that hurts, doesn't that? But that's how you write a song. That's how you make it more. And then she say, well, you know, she doesn't sing. She's not a musician, but she has a good ear and very good with wording. And then she helps me. Hey, how about this? How about that? And so then we work together on it. Anyways, but when I sent her this song, she said, David, aren't you happy anymore? Do you want to die already? You sing so much about heaven. I want you to keep here yet. Well, I was happy that she wanted to keep me. But I think I love to sing about heaven because we talk so much at home about our dad being in heaven. And you know what? I think that made me and my brothers the same. He loves to sing about heaven. So And we know we want to have a good life. And God's kingdom starts on this earth. So if we are His children, things are going for our good. Not always in our eyes better, but for our good. And we have peace in our heart, and that's something really special. We have one more song. You wanted to invite someone?
I do. For this next song, I see some ladies over there that I've known since they were this little in Bolivia, and they have very beautiful voices. So Annie and Sarah, can I ask you to come up and sing
Bring
this
your
next
children,
song?
everything, just come up.
Yes.
There we go.
Woo!
We've started writing songs and producing music since 2008 in Bolivia. But after almost 2 years, I hadn't studied how to record. We were so frustrated because it just sounded not very good. We came back to Canada, the mission supported, so I studied music recording in North Vancouver for a year. And when we came back home, we felt like now we have all the tools, now we're ready. So we started a youth camp and wrote Ajran and Yevne Shop. And we were thinking of you guys when we put it online. We were thinking those 100 youths that were on the camp, because youth were on their cell phones. Now everybody is on. Anyways, even the grandpas, aren't they? Yes, okay. He's even on Spotify, guys, so he's a grandpa, he's on Spotify. So, anyways, we didn't know. We had it for those 100 youths, and all of them, boom, it went everywhere. You know what? That's where God opened the eyes to us to say, there's more Mennonites than just the one in Bolivia. There's more Mennonites that love music in their mother tongue. So we started to record and make videotapes. You want to come sing, David? Looks like you want to say something? No? Okay. You guys want to sing? Sure, sing along. that started actually without me. So great. Thank you very much for having us. Thank you for receiving us. Thank you for your support. And yeah, we want to be in a foyer, talk, and have coffee. I don't know what all. So really looking forward to meet people. Great. Thank you for coming. I have a very nice band. Gode friend.